Um, okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Oh, not welcome back. Actually, welcome. Welcome to the 2026 World Cup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Ugh. Feels good. Feels very, very good. And obviously, we're opening with an incredible game. It is, some might even say, actually the most prestigious game of the entire tournament. Mexico versus South Africa. We got a lot to talk about, guys. But anyway, how are we all doing? How are we all doing? Yeah, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up, Falcon? What's up, Dennis? What's up, Will? Nachos? We're so back. We are, ALM, we are. Netherlands to win it. Andre, I'm not, you know what? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. And also, you maybe don't take my my word for it, but anything could happen. Let me go ahead and put a poll up over here. Who do we think's gonna win, guys? Who's winning this game? Let's start off with this game. Let's start off with this game, and then we'll talk a little bit more as we go along. Talk a little bit more about the rest of the tournament and everything else as we go along. Okay. Cool, guys. So I think I'm actually just gonna. I want to talk a little bit about the game, about the two teams going into this, and I guess my own thoughts about them and who we think is going to be doing the best stuff. So let's switch over here. Don't mind over this. I am live, but let's move that OBS signal over there. Teams. We'll start with Mexico. Mexico are the host nation, one of the three host nations, and obviously they're at the legendary Azteca Stadium today, which is now hosting its third World Cup, which is, I think that's a record, right? I'm fairly certain that's a record for the most amount of World Cups hosted by a single country or stadium or whatever it might be. In any case, yeah, so we've got Mexico. They're the hosts. A lot of pressure is on them. I do think that they're going to be able to rise up to the occasion. And I mean, I don't think they're in a particularly tough group, if I'm completely honest. I don't like the fact that I've just said that, seeing as I am on South Africa's side at the moment, and I am hoping that they do push forward. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of people are saying that the altitude is going to be a problem for SA and for teams that play Mexico in this tournament. But I don't know if that's an actual consideration to actually think about, because, you know, a lot of Mexico's players play in Europe, right? And for South Africa in particular, Joburg and Pretoria are quite high in altitude too. So they're used to playing in somewhat difficult conditions. For Czechia and South Korea, it's probably a little bit of a toss up there, because I do believe that those are quite low up there. So yeah, I mean, I'm expecting Mexico to go through in this group. In this game, anything can happen. Looking at their team, Raul Jimenez, everyone knows him. Everyone that follows the Premier League or follows European football, Fulham, Wolves. I believe he actually just went back to Wolves, actually. Yeah, he went back to Wolves today, or like yesterday, fairly recently. Quinones, who I was reading about him earlier on. So he plays in the Saudi league and he's got more goals than Ronaldo in the league. Some people may not think that means very much, but I think it means something to some people. It is what it is. Fidalgo, great as well, plays in Europe too. Lira, reading about him as well, great destroyer. I don't know too much about the Mexican players that don't play in Europe. Unfortunately, that is what it is. I only know about Vargas, obviously Jimenez, Ochoa, World Cup hero, doesn't play in Europe, but you know the deal. Yeah, it's Mexico are 15th in the world rankings in FIFA right now. So I think, yeah, South Africa is 60th. Doesn't look too good from that perspective. South Korea is 25th, and I think Czechia is like 44th. I've got over here. But World Cup magic can happen anyway. Mexico have gotten out of the group stages in every one of the last 7 or 8 tournaments, except for 2022, which just happened. But they are on home turf now. Alvarez is not playing, I don't think. No. Anyway, sorry, I'm reading what you're saying over here, Dennis. Brazilian Fury, thank you so much for the donation. Hoping we get to see Gilberto Moura. Got some minutes in this one. Moura is the young one, yes. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really excited to see what this Mexican team can do. I'm really excited to see what this South African team can do. But let's move on to the South African team, by the way. So, fun fact about SA is that this is now their 4th tournament? Yeah, 4th tournament. And every single one of the previous tournaments, they finished 3rd in their group. So, I don't know about you guys, but I think that bodes quite well for this one because, I mean, in 2010, they were in a group with, what was it, Uruguay, France, and Mexico. Finishing 3rd is not that bad. France finished below them. You heard it. You didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from me, guys. So, yeah, I mean, listen, if we look at the lineup here for SA, 5 at the back, it kind of tells you all that you really need to know, doesn't it? All of these are pure defenders as well. Ronald Williams, I'll rock at the back over here. I don't know if we're going to get into... Yes, Brazilian Fury, you're right, 17-year-old prospect. He is the same guy who said that he thinks Mexico are the favorites. Mora, sorry, I'm replying to you, Mora. You said Mora is the same guy that he said that he believed Mexico were the favorites to win this entire tournament, which is crazy confidence, but we love to see it. We love to see it. And he's going to have to get through Bafana first. And I'm looking at this lineup. I'm seeing Reyners. I'm seeing Lyle Foster. I'm seeing Mokoena. Everyone thought he was going to leave SA, but no, he didn't. Everyone thought he was going to leave after the last AFCON, but no, he didn't. Stayed at Sundowns, who, I mean, I don't even support, but it is what it is. Fun fact, I actually, for those of you that don't know, I actually supported Supersport United back in the day, but they are no more. So I don't really have a team in PSL anymore, so there's that. There is that. Yeah, 5 at the back. It tells you exactly how Hugo Barris is going to try and set his team up to play in this game. And I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. Man for man, Mexico do have, like, I mean, from what I've seen, I haven't seen most of these guys play. I'll be completely honest, and we'll see on the pitch right now. But I'm fairly certain, man for man, they are better. But SA is just going to have to rely on Reyners and Foster. I am also, well, the first thing that jumped up to me when I saw this lineup, because we don't know if they're going to actually line up like this, by the way. This is just whoever works, this is on Google. Whoever works at Google decided that they believe that this is how SA would line up based on how the team sheet presented itself when they got released about an hour ago. They could line up differently. You never know. But seeing as there are 5 defenders on the pitch, it's more than likely. What jumped out to me, first of all, when I looked at the team sheet when it first came out was no Apollos and no Mafokeng in the starting lineup. So obviously these guys are going to be coming on later on. Whether they're going to come on into a, advantageous situation or something that is, hard to really salvage, who knows? We don't really know. But I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Not Kevin Feige. That's crazy. Kevin Feige's in my stream, dude. Bring back Captain America. Bring back Iron Man. Oh, you're doing it already. Never mind. Dudley 2-0. You believe so? You know what? I think that is a good estimation. I think South Africa get a goal. I think we sneak a goal, at the very least one goal in this game to make it 2-1, just for vibes. Just for vibes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not lining up like that either. Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, like, this is what whoever works in Google put up there as their as what they believe based on the players. But I don't think we'll line up like that either. Where's my goat Andile Jali? It's a good question, Kevin Feige. I'm not sure. Literally says, I think Belgium versus France and Portugal versus Japan semi-finalists. Portugal versus Japan. I mean, you know what? France and Portugal, I think, are definitely going to be in that. But the fact you say Belgium versus France or Portugal, I'm guessing you're Belgian. In which case, good luck to you, my friend. Your generation may not be so gold anymore, but I think they still have what it takes to do something crazy. Tough Ambassador says, be fun if South Africa won. I think if South Africa won, it would blow the actual... Well, number one, it would blow this group just out of the water, because I don't think that I think everybody, most people that have predicted, have made any sort of predictions for this World Cup, have South Africa finishing last. For good reason, too. Lowest ranked team. They're going to be very pragmatic in this game, all of that. And by the way, Mexico are a very pragmatic team themselves. I believe their coach is quite a fan of making his teams suffer. I was seeing a quote from him saying that he believed that was like the pathway to success, or whatever he was saying. So it's going to be interesting to see, because they're probably going to have most of the ball in this game, right? And from what I've heard, Mexico don't typically, well, this manager at the very least doesn't like to play with the ball too much. So let's see what they can do with it. Maybe that's going to be a plan from SA in this game, to just let them go on and use it, and then see if they can pull something out of their, think of a bad word in Spanish. I just thought of it right now, but I'm not going to say it while being live. That's ridiculous. Michael Nell says, as a South African, I might be delusional, but I low-key think this is relatively close. SA for the win. It's possible, man. I am not taking that off the counter at the moment. As a matter of fact, I'm putting it on the counter. It's here. The South Africa win, by the way. Arush Singh, huge fan. My man, I'm a huge fan of you. I really am. Bontai Gaming, I really like your video. I like yours too, my man. I mean, I haven't seen it, but you can send it to me, but I'll take a look at it. Emorugi says Portugal are going to win the World Cup. Portugal were if you saw my predictions video, Portugal are my, we've got 5 minutes left. Let's not get too carried away. Portugal are the team that I picked to win this World Cup. I do believe that they will. Yeah, I do believe, but the reason why I believe it is because I kind of see the big three: Portugal, France, and Spain. France, great team, but I just feel as though their midfield compared to the other two, compared to the other two, Spain and Portugal, is not as strong. I think some people might think that it's somewhat irrational, but I do think that missing Antoine Griezmann is very, very big. And I don't think that they have anybody who's willing to do as much. Maybe Kone, but he's not going to, no one is willing to do as much on all ends of the pitch for France. So that's why, and then for Spain, they're coming with a lot of injuries. I did mention all of this in that predictions video. Spain are coming into this with a lot of injuries. And also a lot of pressure as European champions. And, it's typically the case nowadays where teams kind of flounder a little bit. Obviously, we've seen Argentina buck the trend somewhat. And Spain also did the same in 2010 and 2012. But these are the most golden of golden generations. Asinine Music, great name. Who are you rooting for in this game? South Africa, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, let's see. Anima Master. Anima Master? Interesting name. Hello, how are we doing? There's a lot of heat in this game. A Mexican reporter got stuck in South Africa over dumb allegations. Lots of immense heat coming into the game. Really? I don't know about that. What happened there? I haven't heard about this. Got stuck in South Africa? Did something happen? You guys let me know. I'll see. We can take a look. Tembazwane is 36 years old. Yeah, he's a very old man. He is a very old man. That is why he is on the bench, I believe. Andrej says, Mexico has home advantage. Yes, I doubt SA can do an upset BTW. What? Or you know what? I wish that I were more of a sort of delusional believer in things, but I unfortunately believe the same. I do think that it's going to be 2-1. My prediction is 2-1. Andile Jolly is retired. Yeah, okay. Ochoa not starting makes me feel old. Ochoa is 40 years old. I don't think there was ever any universe where he started this game. Not a huge Altman says not a huge football fan. Altman Butcher, my man. Goeiemorgen meneer. Not a huge football fan. Love your content. Love you, my man. The Sava says, am I crazy for thinking Brazil or Argentina could make the final? You're not crazy in thinking that. I do think you're a bit crazy in thinking Brazil can make the final. I'm a massive disbeliever in Brazil for this tournament. Armin, please stop. Please stop. Jason, great creative midfield is especially important for chemistry and chance creation when teams don't train together all day. Yeah, very true. But by the way, in South Africa's lineup, or in South Africa's 26-man squad, there are 8 people from Orlando Pirates and 8 people from Mamelodi Sundowns. So not only do these guys train together, but they also play together every single week. So I think that there is probably a very good chance. The game is about to start. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think that there is a very good chance that all of these players have good chemistry. Game Move says, I'm from Ghana, but the whole of Africa is rooting for I'm rooting for Mexico. I'm sure you know why. I can imagine. I mean, listen, there are some dubious ways to think about what you meant, but there are other ways. Literary says, are you on other platforms live right now? No, I am only on YouTube. I don't have other platforms. I've thought about expanding and doing other things, but I mean, I quite like it here. There are no real problems. Like I do have a Patreon, and I do have other things, but like that's just really for editors. Like whatever is made from there goes straight towards editors. Literary says, how about you? Wait, what do I mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Which country are you rooting for overall in the World Cup? Portugal. Well, actually, I'm rooting for South Africa, but I think Portugal is going to win. Let me say that, rather. Letty says, if we don't go through the group stages, Hugo Broos might go back to Belgium because we've got the quality. I think that he's retiring after this World Cup. I believe so. Ooh, the scenes. Guys, watching that World Cup, watching those, the national anthem. Sorry, I just got distracted. That was just gorgeous. There's a delay. The game hasn't even started. It's 9 p.m. Why hasn't the game started? These guys are crazy. Come on. Yes, I hope they score first. You say, what is the name of number 13? Number 13 for who? For South Africa or for Mexico? SA does, Sithole. Yeah, Sithole. Oh, of course. If you pronounce it the English way, then it sounds a little bit, were you trying to cash me out over there? You got to do a little bit better than that, Chief. Okay, what do we got over here? We need the old man to get out here. The World Cup needs another Roger Miller moment. Ah, you saw my video from today. Thank you very much. I knew that one was not going to do super well, but come on. You don't get that many opportunities to team up with Copa 90 and Ellie Manjum, do you? Absolute legends over there. ILK Global says, respectfully, bro, Ronaldinho was the dark horse for Brazil that we had no idea about in 02. So you never know. I don't know if you can say dark horse realistically. I mean, maybe there was maybe people didn't really comprehend what Ronaldinho could do in that World Cup. Maybe people weren't entirely sure what he was going to actually do. But at the same time, Brazil were coming off back-to-back World Cup finals. It's as if it's sort of like saying right now, who's a newcomer for France? Was Barcola not? No, Barcola wasn't at the last World Cup. It's like saying Barcola is a wild card because he wasn't there. Maybe he's not the right one to say. Who's on this French team that's like 20 years old? Let's say. Let's take a look. Malo Gusto is 23. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Malo Gusto was a lot older than 23. Well, okay. Let's say it like that. Malo Gusto. It's like saying that you never know what's going to happen with France because Malo Gusto was some kind of a dark horse. Is it just me, or is this game just taking so long? To start. What is going on? It's already 4 past and the people don't have their World Cup football going on. Letty, see you at halftime. See you at halftime, man. If you haven't already gone, let me know what your prediction is. I'm choosing to be delusional. Sonic says I'm choosing to be delusional. South Africa, way. Yeah. We got you. Tal Blonde Gooner, crazy. Got to give time for Goldbridge to do betting advert. Oof. Guys, the amount of betting sponsors that I've been approached with for this World Cup, it's ridiculous. There is so much money that's going to be being made from betting sponsors in this World Cup. Unfortunately, I cannot participate. I cannot be the reason that somebody becomes an addict or feeds their addiction. It's unfortunate for me, but it's for the good of the world. Desiree Due. Yeah, from what I was saying earlier on about France. Okay, we're about to get to kick off now. Oh, that looks so pretty, man. The stadium, the colors. These are like this image right here that I'm looking at of the screen. This is basically what's going to be etched in people's minds. And we've got kickoff. Guys, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is actually underway. I cannot believe it. Listen, depending on how these streams go, we'll keep going on them. But I mean, honestly, we're gonna be doing a lot of games. We're gonna be doing a lot of the usual review videos that you get after each game. They're coming. They're gonna be coming after each game, and obviously a lot faster. So there's gonna be a lot of sleepless nights, which is why I've got this bad boy over here, which is going to be taking me through. So if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. My goal for this World Cup is 400k subscribers, and we are very close to being there. Luke Rowe says, get your money. I can get my money in different ways. I don't need to do betting sponsors. I mean, if I do, then you'll know that your man's run into some money problems. But I don't think that they're going to come anytime soon. Cloak says, are you ready for a South African masterclass? I am ready. So, SA had just gotten on the ball for the first time after some, just a minute or so of just feeling their way through. I think we can expect Mexico to be on the ball a little bit more in this game, but it's going to be interesting because Mexico, both of these teams are sort of err on the pragmatic side. So they both kind of rely on these sort of quick transitions, breakaways, hard defense, all of that. I feel like SA, for large portions of the game, are going to allow Mexico to have the ball and see what they can do with it. I think that's probably a pretty good strategy for them to try and uphold here. But we also can't. It's also early days. Really sloppy play there. Really sloppy play there by SA. Ball goes out for a throw in for Mexico. Sibisi should be out left back. Yeah, but if Sibisi was out left back, where would Modiba play? I guess Modiba could play at centre back, right? Oi. First set piece of the game. Nervous times. Let's see what Mexico can do. First set piece of the World Cup. Let's see what you can do, guys. Come on. Is that Gutierrez? I've heard good things about him. Steady defense, boys. Steady defense. Oh, you see, you're trying to be really sneaky, sneak it into the other side. Gutierrez, I see what you're doing, my man. I see what you're doing. It's not going to work this time. Kyle, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Gambling is the reason match fixing exists. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Ernesto Nadu says the World Cup should have been hosted in Mexico, but the cartel will not agree. Is that true? Mexico on a quick break. Ooh, oh, they've got it through, and it's great shot on target. Great save by Ronwin Williams. Already. Oh my goodness. Jimenez with an incredible shot on the edge of the box. Well, I mean, it was an okay shot. Either side of Williams, I think that goes in the goal, but he gets down really quickly, saves that. Brilliant save. Let's see a little bit more of that. Let's see a tiny little bit more of that. Corner first, Ronald Williams out to it. He gets it, but it's still in danger. Mexico has the ball. They float it in. They say, oh, they're not clear yet. I can't. Can these guys not clear the ball? Can they not get out? Okay, now we're out. SA on a break for the first time. Reyners, what are you going to do? Oh, this is what we love to see. This is what we see. Oh, Lyle Foster. Brilliant chance he had. Lyle Foster with an incredible chance to play in his striking partner. But I feel like he should have seen that Reyners was offsides. Reyners was offsides right there. If he had even gotten the ball, it would have been offsides. Unfortunate. But these are the sort of opportunities that SA are going to have to try and fashion out as this game goes by. Anyway. Save us any faith in Canada going into the World Cup? I have them reaching the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals is ambitious. I do think that they'll likely make the round of 16. I think they have enough quality. This Canada side, horrible pass from Lyle Foster. Horrible pass from Foster. You know what? I probably shouldn't be saying this. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I think that Foster doesn't have a ton of quality. I think he's a good player. He's a good like stand up, hold up number 9. But I haven't been too impressed with him. Maybe it's because I've mostly seen him in the Premier League, and I don't know. I should watch him in the Championship next season. See how that goes. But I think he can pull one out right now. Forget everything I just said. Everything I just said is nonsense. Saber says Canada and England are now comparable in skill and talent. Honestly, I think Canada can do best if England come down to it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's completely true. I wouldn't agree with that at the moment. Gunnar says, I'm from England. I don't think England will go any further than the quarters. What are your thoughts? I think England have enough quality to make it to the semi-final. But I must admit as well that I'm saying this based on, like, I did like a couple of simulations of the games of the World Cup to see where England would go and how they would get there. And in the simulations that I did, in most of them, England had a pretty decent matchup all the way through to the semifinals. So I think that they get there. Not Donga says, is Tinashe a Shona name? Yes, it is. It means the Lord is with us. Oceanic Sleep, is football coming home this summer? Depends on where your home is. Football's coming to someone's home. I don't know if it's your home or if it's the home of someone else. So, Henderson, Goldbreath, enjoy the late nights. My favorite World Cup was South Korea, Japan. Was a student at the time, and we would all be sloshed by 2 a.m. waiting for 3 a.m. kickoffs. Yes, I'm still bitter about Torsten Frings. You're American. Yeah, the handball. Yeah. You know what? If VAR existed back then America make it to a semifinal. That was a quarterfinal, right? I want to say that it might have been a round of 16. And Germany. Wait, when did Germany did make it to the final? Yes. I want to. Yeah, it was Germany, Brazil. Is that a goal? That is a goal. I missed it. That is a goal by Quinonez. And Mexico are 1-0 up at home. I mean, it's expected, isn't it? It is expected, isn't it? It's hard to be mad when you see all the home supporters like celebrating like that, but oh my goodness. Let's see what the damage is. Let's see what the damage is over here. Ronan Williams. Brilliant. So basically, Stoile has lost the ball. It's not looking good. 9 minutes into the game, 1-0 down. SA also haven't done very much in terms of attacking on the Mexican side. So, well, well. Interesting to see how Mexico play the rest of this game. It's still early, so no need to change the lineup. Mad Simmons says, where are you from? South Africa. I'm wondering if Mexico's plan on starting to show any of the games now. Goal, yeah. Collective far for Africa. Valentinas, yeah. Yeah, Mudawi, this is how we get the game going, actually. Let's go ahead and... You should have shown Caninius that you were there earlier on. Hugo Bruce has got a lot in his mind here. Asian Lang says, get that Kalshi sponsor, bro. Yeah. Can you imagine? It's possible. Imagine that. Sloppy from South Africa, Ox 3. Yeah, very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. And take a look at this. Mexico have decided to slow the ball down now. There's just too much pressure. South Africa just can't do anything on the ball when they get it. It's now starting to look. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about this setup. You know, as someone that likes to watch attacking football, it always sucks when the team that you're supporting decides to, and Mexico go long. Raul Jimenez keeps it in. He gets a corner. That was a great ball. Yeah, Mudau was getting cooked on that left side, man. Oceanic Sleep says, watch this game be like the opener from 2018, 5-0. Not a chance. Not a chance. God, I hope not. Oh, I haven't even updated the scoreline. I didn't even update the scoreline. I'm sorry about that, guys. 1-0 to Mexico. Don't make it 2 right now. Don't make it 2. Okay, Ronald Williams, good hands. Good hands at the very least. Amo says, I'm so delayed I haven't even seen it. It's coming. It's coming up right now. SA is still in. Yes, they are. Horrendous ball through the center. Like, who exactly was that to? Mexico they're also playing this high line, or at least when SA gets the ball, they are standing on the ball. They are standing on the ball, waiting to be pressed. Oh, man. I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting Arsenal flashbacks. Slowly, incrementally bringing SA forward and then going up high. They've done this a couple times so far. They've done this a couple times so far in this game. Going for these long balls, specifically on South Africa's right-hand side to Mudau. We're very likely going to see this again later on in the game. Kuru says they had a chance to do the iconic celebration. Can you imagine if Mexico did that celebration? There would actually be riots outside the stadium. Even V1 Rat says, even Trevor Noah is going to a watch party today. I mean, I would imagine that he is. I think he's from one of the countries that's playing in this game. Hugo Bruce. I meant Hugo Bruce, man, not Hugo Boss. Yeah. This game is just being played at Mexico's tempo. But I tell you what, I think SA is going to come back here with 1 goal. It's going to be 1-1, just like in 2010. Great dribble through. You know, it wasn't the greatest of shots even by Caninius there. It was straight through to Ron Williams, straight through the legs. It just had a lot of power. It is what it is. Deep dive. What is your name? Deep Dive Disciples. Alive from the legend, have to support. Thank you very much, my friend. You know, we're just here to watch a bit of good football. You know, there's a stadium full of people over here that are enjoying. Full of people in this game I'm watching that are enjoying it, and then there are a bunch of others that maybe aren't enjoying it as much. Bokazi, let's go. Let's go. Let's launch an attack. All right, let's go. Faster. Show us what you're made of. I think this is the first moment of sustained SA possession in Mexico's half. Now just take it slow, guys. You don't need to go all the way through so quickly, trying to thread the needle over here. You know, I've noticed a couple times. I understand that SA have a lot less quality on the ball than Mexico. So they're trying to take these attacks very quickly. And the first yellow card comes out. Who's that for? Is that Maquena? Yeah. They are running circles around them. BMF says, Wolves fan here. Can't believe we got Jimenez back. Also can't believe the Rob Edwards news. Shambolic. What is the Rob Edwards news? Let me take a look. Sorry, I've right. First headline I get is Rob Edwards discovered Wolves sack on social media as players vent at decision. Brilliant headline right there. I am a fan of Mukazi from what I've seen. Congratulations on getting Jimenez back. You know what's quite funny? I was looking at Jimenez right before this game, and again, SA is just trying to rush this move. Every ball that they're playing forward I would think, is ill-advised. It's easy for me to sit over here and criticize, of course, and maybe I should hang back a little bit on that, but I don't know. It's just something for me to say. By the way, fun fact, Mexico's manager was also the manager in 2010 when Mexico faced South Africa in Johannesburg. I think this is his third stint as Mexico manager, actually. He went out, yeah, he managed until 2010, went out and did his own thing across the world. Now he's back again. You'd have to think this is his final stint, 3 out of 3. Can he go all the way like Mora thinks? We'll see. Finn says, are you going to do weekly updates on the World Cup? I'm going to do, so literally the match, Mexico are through now. We'll get into that just now. Mexico are through now on the right wing. Are they going to cross the ball in? Wow, they are very good. They have a lot of quality over here. They're playing circles around SA. Wow. Oh my goodness. There's no need to shoot there, but he really could have sustained the ball, Quinino's there, and so Mexico are pretty much just having their way with SA on the right wing. Getting a big passing flow. I can only imagine, I'm not listening to any of the audio in the match right now, but I can only imagine that there are a couple of Olays going on in the crowd. And Quinino's takes a shot from outside the box. He really could have taken his time over there and built up a sustained attack. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy he didn't. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, I was saying I'm going to be doing the regular match reviews, and then also a couple of updates of just the normal videos that I typically make. They'll just be World Cup focused, and there'll probably be a couple more of them. They might be a tiny bit shorter. We're talking like the 9-10 minute range, just because of the volume that's going to need to come out, as opposed to like the 15-16 minute range that I like to do. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Danny whatever says my stream keeps cutting off. Sorry about that, man. Foster and Yaya need to be subbed. Well, they're not doing anything. They've gotten on the ball a couple of times so far in this game. I would think Osman needs to make an appearance. Oh my good, again, Mudau makes an incredibly horrible pass right into a Mexico player. And it's another foul. Yeah, SA have no control. They haven't been promising whatsoever. If they're not careful, this game could get very ugly. And that's just a foul. That's just a foul by Mudawi on just like pure frustration. Cuz Lightyear says Gabe needs Cheslin Colby. You know what? If Cheslin Colby got on the pitch, let's just get Ibn Etzebeth out there for some corners. Bring in Bongi and Bonambi for centre back. It could work. Oof. It's just so easy for Mexico to find space, especially on SA's right-hand side. On both wings, actually. On both wings, it's very easy for them to get through. And yeah. Yeah, it's a wrap. Well, it's not a wrap, actually. It's 21 minutes in, but I'm not feeling good. Mr. Knight, Mexico building up in a 3 with the goalkeeper. Yeah, they're looking good. Ozzy says, this is what happens when you make old mate watch 45 minutes just to tell him Australia are finishing last. Listen, we can finish last together. South Africa and Australia. Although SA is not going to finish last, because even if we lose this game, we're winning every single other game. In the tournament, by the way. Ooh, Mexico mistake. What can Rainers do? Come on. How do you cross it straight into the first man? Rangal makes a mistake right outside his box. Rainers is on there. Rainers is on the ball. He has the opportunity to cross it straight into the box, but he doesn't even get past the first man. How is this even possible? Ce n'est pas possible. Mon Dieu. Correct. Rainers and Foster are also quite lazy out of possession too. The only way that you can get away with doing that is if you are able to actually manufacture something in possession in the attack. However, at this point, it's just not. It's not working. Sorry, Mr. Knight says Bernardo to Madrid is so weird. It is weird, especially after it seemed as though he was going to be going to Barcelona for the last 4 years. SA have a set piece. SA have a set piece on the right-hand side. If they're ever going to make something happen right now, is that time? I have faith. I have faith something can happen over here. Let's see. I always wonder. The arm always goes up. The arm always goes up for every single team on set pieces, and nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of it, but it is back into the box. And Mexico are on the ball again. Yeah, this is not looking good. This is not looking good for SA. Good for Mexico though. Happy for them. Good for the boys. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Hydration break. God, I need one of those too. By the way, drink water. So what do you guys think about this game so far? If I'm honest with you, SA can't string 2 passes to... If I'm honest with you, SA can't string 2 passes together at all. They haven't threatened the goal at any point. Both centre forwards have been extremely shameless. Both centre forwards have been extremely shameless. It's not looking good. Hydration break and straight to the ads. This is... Yeah, we've reached the late stage of the world, guys. So I'm in Austria at the moment, and I'm watching. By the way, in Austria you get to watch the World Cup for free, which is crazy. I didn't even know about this. This is so great. Like it's on the public television. In any case, I'm watching AI created ads. Like this is someone purely just said soccer fan. Mexico colors. They just said, do that. They put that straight into their AI video generator. And this is what I'm watching right now. It's quite crazy. It's quite damning. It's quite shameless, if I'm honest with you. I do know that it's an American hosted tournament. You're correct. But I'm pretty sure that all of the networks around the world are using the fact that there are hydration breaks to be able to fit a couple more ads into these streams in any case. So, and also there were hydration breaks at the last World Cup, weren't there? Yeah, they were. Were they? Someone remind me because I can't remember. Were there ads at those breaks? They might have been. They might have been. So I think that hydration break came at the right time because tactically SA is going to come out now and they've been given new tactics. You know, Mr. Bruce has gone out and given them each a sheet of paper, given them all of Jimenez's weaknesses. I can see it happening. It's all in here. It's all in here. KG Elijah says might be the most incompetent team. Can't pass for ish. Yeah, they're not doing great. Aditya already said we didn't even know if we could watch the World Cup in India till a week ago. Wait, did they? There is a deal for the World Cup, right? With India, right? But that is crazy, by the way. That is like massive incompetence. I feel like somebody has to be held accountable for all of that. So I see at this hydration break, they did not stop the timer. That's quite interesting. Are they going to add that on to the end of the halves? Anyway. IDUC says SA has got no chance of winning this. I agree with you. Well, no, I don't agree with you. What am I saying? I'm just like going on autopilot. I don't agree with you whatsoever. I think that they're the less likely, but there are still chances over here. There's still chances. Although Mexico are on the attack. Caninos has looked very good for them. He's definitely getting the better of Mudau. It's not much of a battle going on there. Mexico can just afford to take their time. They're so much better on the ball. There's just so much more quality that they have. If SA were going to go with this tactic of just hoping to latch on to something, I feel like they probably should just put Osman on the field or Mafakeng or somebody. Somebody with a little bit more speed, a little bit more quality, a little bit more something. Any idea why they're not retaining the ball? Well, Mexico have another shot. Number one, they're not retaining the ball because the entire tactic is built around counter-attacking. And number two, Mexico have a lot more quality, so they're hoping to catch them out. One of the two things. Why are the ads during the half? Safsas is currently on my fourth ad. Yeah. Routine catch for Ronwin Williams with a cross into the box. Finn8523, you say, yeah, they were. I'm guessing you're talking about the ads from Bukazi. He's almost given the ball away right on the edge of South Africa's penalty area. This SA side is so nervous. Not only are they quite poor right now, but they're also very nervous. Sorry, Finn, I guess you're talking about the ads in the Qatar World Cup. Okay, fair enough. Charlie Williams, when I saw us setting up in a back three, I knew the jig was up. Back three, my friend, back five. Try back five. As a matter of fact, no one other than Foster and Reynolds have actually left our half very much. Cambodran says no ads where I'm watching. You're a lucky boy. You're a lucky boy. Young Joster says here in the States, Joster. Sorry, that was my South African. That was my Afrikaans pronunciation coming out there. Young Joster says here in the States, you need 5 different subscriptions to watch all games, or an emoji, which I'm not going to say out loud. It's the same in Europe, actually. Well, it's the same for most games, not for the World Cup. That's shameless. That's shameless that you can be holding a World Cup on home soil and need to get so many subscriptions. Yeah, Finn, I agree. Priyanshu, I think there were hydration breaks in the 2022 World Cup. Like, they might not have been. Yeah, they were cooling breaks, 22-minute points. So this happened at the last World Cup, but I just don't think that we were bombarded with as many ads. Oh, SA with a great chance, but again, we are through. We're through into their half. This is a great part, but he's offsides. He's way offsides. Oh my goodness. Modiba is way offsides there. But even still, he gets so basically Modiba gets a ball right on the left wing. He's running forward, but then he still only gets it onto the first man. I think SA have done maybe 4 or 5 crosses so far in this entire game. Every single one of them hasn't beaten the first man. My JS Journey says Tinashe in the midfield. I was actually a right winger. I was definitely a bit of a donkey myself. I just run down the wing. I just run up and down the wing, and I just defend. Like, what I had going for me was stamina, decent strike. One day you'll see. I'll come out on a pitch and I'll show you guys what I can do. Free kick master is what people were calling me. That's actually unironic. I actually did have a mean whip of a right foot. But in terms of creativity, not much of it was there. Just running up and down the pitch. That's it. Tackling. I'm a giver in all facets of life. SAO here. Lyle Foster's on the ball, on the edge of the box. Oh my goodness. And he just passes it right out of play. He's not having a good game at all. That was probably one of SA's best opportunities. Anyway, let's see what we got. Cambodran says, is Drickus Duplessis playing? I think that he's on the bench. We've got Mapimpi there as well. So I think that there's a lot going for this team. Mexico run the attack again. Brian Gutierrez. I've been very impressed with him in this game, actually. Listen, for all what I've been talking about South Africa for quite a lot in this game, but Mexico have been very controlled. Mexico have been very, very calm. You've even seen on the pitch, these guys they know what they have to do, the job that they have to get done. Bokazi with a fantastic tackle there. They know what job they have to do, and they've been very composed, and every time they've gotten on the ball, in the attack, they've looked quite dangerous. I do think they can make things happen. And now they're just prowling around. Great save. Great stop by Ronald Williams. Great stop. It just gets slided in. Slided in there by Gelado. Gelado? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name there. Anyway. Pranchi says, Tinashe, did you like the opening ceremony? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the opening ceremony. I'll watch it after this game. So we'll see how that goes. Sonic says, all I'm saying is Argentina also lost their first game. Not going to lie to you, that's all I'm saying too. Aditya ready? Thank you very much, my friend. Outnumbered in the midfield, yeah. But you can see SA trying to change that somewhat. It's not just being outnumbered in the midfield. It's Mexico are also utilizing their width very well. If you can see where all their attacks are coming from, it's both sides. And they're pulling SA all around the field. There's not much that they can do about this. Hoofball and inshallah, yeah. iDuck says you can't do halfway passes when you don't have the quality for it. Agreed. Safa says I'm getting anxiety seeing that SA backline. You're not the only one, my friend. You're not the only one, my friend. I just like... Yeah, and this Mexico side are defending as a unit really well too. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Safsa says, oh, first shot in by SA. Lyle Foster heads the ball out, doesn't really cause that much danger. Rangel doesn't actually die for it at all. He's completely fine with it. But I tell you what, this is a good sign. It was also uncontested. This is a good sign. I think we can work with this. I really do think that we can work with this. Arik says SA keeps trying difficult passes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think they're just trying to make something happen. They don't have the quality to keep possession of the ball for as long as possible and then kind of draw the opposition out. So it's sort of route one. It is unfortunate. How much confidence in Hugo Bruce? All the confidence in the world. However, when you're playing the 15th ranked team in the world, it's going to get a little bit tough. It's going to get a little bit tough. I think that realistically, even though anything can still happen in this game, going into this tournament, and I did say it in that predictions video that I did, I think the game that's actually going to decide, the game that, if you're looking at South Africa's games, the game that's actually going to be important is against Czechia. Mexico just have too much going for them. They're on home ground. They're quality. I just don't know what else. Finn, we need Tinashe in the Sidemen charity match. I'm tweeting at Simon right now. Oh, can you imagine? That'll be fun. I just don't think they want their ankles broken. That's the problem. And I'd rather not. I'd rather not, you know. Like KSI just left the Sidemen, I saw. I don't believe it for 1 second, but I'm just waiting for the next diss track. Valentinus. Elias Foster Stinker. Yeah, he's stinking up all of Mexico City at the moment. Let's see what he can do though. Let's have a little bit of faith, maybe. I don't know if you're South African or not, but this is good pressing. It was good pressing. It was good pressing for a little bit. It's still good pressing. It was good pressing for a bit. I think Mbokazi's probably been... Was that a foul? I was about to say that he's probably been SA's player of the game so far. He's put in some great tackles. Yeah. Major Laser, WWE, says, wait, you're South African? I didn't know that. Good to know. Do you live in South Africa? I don't live in SA at the moment. I live in Austria, Vienna. But I don't know. I kind of just, I think if you've been watching this channel, you know, I kind of just move around. We'll get back to that. Mexico on the attack, but it gets stopped. Very well done by SA, but they give the ball right back, and Mexico have more pressure to pile on to SA. God, this has been a horrible half of football. This has been a horrible half of football as far as SA is concerned. Oh my goodness. Ronwin Williams with a fantastic save. Was that Raul Jimenez through again? Brilliant, cheeky ball comes in. He's slightly offsides. I think that probably would have been called if it does go in. He also doesn't get very much on the ball. Raul Jimenez, great. I mean, he's had a good game. He's had a decent game so far. I think he probably should have gotten at least one goal so far in this game based on how he's been playing. And Quinonez is going to go for the shot again. Oh my goodness. He hits the post. He gets the ball back and he hits the post. Yeah, Mbokazi's playing well. In a sea full of terrible performances from this SA side, Mbokazi's playing well. I keep hearing Eze. No, Mbokazi. Mbekezeli Mbokazi. Bali Mayday says, I have faith in Ivory Coast, Senegal, Algeria. As far as Africa is concerned, probably Morocco, right? Morocco are the best team in Africa for a reason. Like, all memes aside, all AFCON stuff aside, this is just all so poor. Like, I'm seeing SA trying a lot of these more fancy moves outside the foot passes. I've seen a back heel here and there. This is what we can do. This is exactly how we go. Take your time. Nice cross. Was that a handball though? I don't think that was a handball. So Mudau needs to keep doing this. This is not the second time that he's done it, where he's crossed it straight into the first man and then claimed handball, where it's clearly just not a handball. Sava, need to calm down and get back to basics. No more forcing stuff, gents. Exactly. You see this move right now where they've just won this corner right before the halftime break. Simple passes, running into space. Take your time. Get a decent cross in. Now, you see. That's a great whipped ball. It was into a dangerous area, could have gone anywhere. Was that a shot by him? Because that's a rocket. I mean, he does have a rocket. He did score a great goal in the I forget which game it was, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. God, he put some venom on that. That man's got a goddamn rocket in his left foot. Can we put him on the ball a little bit more, please? SA defender Williams is incredible. Williams is really, really good. People's champion Senegal, yeah. Great save there by Williams. 4 minutes of added time. So this is interesting to me because is it just me or did they not? They didn't actually. They didn't pause the clock for that cooling break, but the clock kept taking on. I feel like they should probably pause the clock, right? Am I behind? It's Dewey. You say I'm behind? Am I behind? I don't think I'm behind. Clinton says, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, good night, my man. It is a work day tomorrow, to be fair. Yeah, Thursday is an interesting day to... I can't recall the days that World Cups have started before. Perhaps it was on Thursdays as well. Jiang Su says it's like 20 seconds behind. That's it. Wow. Finn says, so you're telling me they're putting ads while the clock is running? Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's fascinating. This is the first diagonal SAF play that has actually hit the mark. And Modibo dribbles straight into his defender. What can he do here? Come on. Oh my goodness. I have not seen... There has been one cross that has gone past the first man from this SA side. It's a long day. It's a long day. And Aguiar is losing his goddamn mind over here for Mexico. Yeah, well, you're not the only one, buddy. Pritcham, it's 2 a.m. Should I go back to sleep? I mean, if I'm honest with you, I think unless you're Mexican or South African, maybe you can just watch the highlights, my friend. This is a great game. Oh, Mexico were through right at the end of the half, and he scuffs it wide. Who is that? Is that Gutierrez again? Oh, and I was just praising him earlier on. Yeah. He should be hitting the target over there. He's right through into the box. Scuffs it. Happy he didn't. Happy he didn't. It's been a first half to forget, guys. It's not 2 a.m. in South Africa. But I was saying is, Pritam said, it's 2 a.m. Should I go back to sleep? I'm saying wherever he is in the world, if it's 2 a.m. there, if you are South African or Mexican, then maybe it's worth staying up and watching. But otherwise, protect your sleep. Protect yourselves, guys. Please. Go get some rest. This World Cup, the games are on somewhat late, but I feel, and the first half is up. And these games are on quite late, but I feel that they're somewhat reasonable. The games are on at somewhat reasonable times around the world. I don't know. Like it might be 2 a.m. for you right now, but you're gonna get the Czechia and South Korea games at decent times, right? If it's 2 a.m. in Bangladesh. Okay. So I mean, let's see. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. So you get some games at 8 a.m. right? And well, you get the South Korea Czechia game at 8 a.m. You get some of them a little bit later. But I do believe that the final is going to be played at 10 p.m. European time. So yeah, sorry about that, man. It's gonna be an early night for you guys. It's gonna be an early night. Early morning. hate watching from Malawi. Damn. Modiba is poor. Yeah. The only player in this half that has been decent for South Africa has been Bokazi. He's put in some very good challenges. He's done some really good tracking. Also, my man has a goddamn cannon on his left foot. I think he plays for Chicago Fire, I want to say, in the States. And I believe that there is a lot of talk about him moving to Europe or moving somewhere else. I believe he's only 20 years old as well. So great prospect, great player. I don't know how much of a difference he can make in this team right now, the way that it's going. It is not 2 a.m. in South Africa, Theo. It's South Africa is in the same time zone as most of Europe. It's also 10 p.m. right now. Okay. Dreger says, I'm from the US and late games suck for me. Well, how late are late games for you? Because I also know like boxing events happen at like 11 p.m., which I think is crazy. Like, how can you have athletes, performing at that late at night? It is a little bit odd. Anyway. Seko says, yeah, isn't there a match that starts at 11 p.m. in Mexico, as in local to match time? I don't think I've heard 1 a.m. match finish. Yeah, I don't think so either. All games are catered to mixed styling says all games are catered to the big nations. Not a single one of the big nations has a game after 10 p.m. Yeah, pretty much. Like if you look at the scheduling, all of England's games, for example, are on, I think before 10 p.m. I believe that is the case when I looked at it before. So it's good. Sage, thank you for the donation, my friend. Started watching your channel from the last World Cup. Good to see you still around. You've come full circle. Yeah, that was a fun World Cup to do, but I definitely overworked myself with the amount of like update videos and stuff that I did for that one. But for this World Cup, it's just going to be usual videos, but higher frequency. So after this game, there's going to be the usual reaction type edited video, very fun. And we're just going to do that for all the big games as well. And I'm going to do quite a few watch-alongs as well for big games. Obviously, all the South Africa games, except for the one that is on at 2 a.m., which is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not going to wake up for that. I will wake up. I usually wake up around 7, so I'll take the highlights there. And yeah, all the games that are on at normal hours, we'll be doing that. And then usual videos, and I've also got a couple more essays. Like there's a big one I have on Argentina coming up, but Argentina is incredible football history, so it's been taking a very long time to do. This might be almost an hour long, this video, so you can watch out for that one. And yeah. Thank you for supporting all these years, my friend. I appreciate that. Vu says, holy, that match is trash. No passion and tactics from both teams, and the atmosphere in the stadium is more quiet than playing golf. So I'm not listening to any of the match comms or anything, so I don't know what's happening in terms of atmosphere. But I can imagine so. Listen, Mexico are playing they're clearly more superior. They're playing it safe based on how they could be playing. They're still attacking. They're still moving forward. They're still doing what they can do. But there is a sense of like, we know we're superior. We know we don't have to push the envelope too much. Because every time that SA gets on the ball, they don't have the quality to actually push it forward and get it to dangerous. Well, they actually, you know what, I was about to say they don't have the quality to push it forward and get it to dangerous men. They do have the quality to push it forward. They just don't have any dangerous men, unfortunately, on the pitch. So it is what it is, man. I think what SA should be doing right now is at some point they need to pick a moment, like play for that moment, bombard the attack, and then just get a draw. This is the best way forward. I think 1-0 at halftime isn't that bad. Like, for all my moaning and for all the things that I've been saying, it's not horrible. It could be a lot worse. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, even if this match is a loss, the game that I actually think is going to really matter is the one against Czechia. I think it's on the 18th of June. I want to say. Let me double check. Hell, I was correct. 18th of June. Funnily enough, at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. this time. So this is on at like, God, early hours in the morning. I don't know what the time difference is, so I'm not gonna speculate. But what, like 10 a.m., 11 p.m., 11 a.m. Yeah. It's Dewey says Foster was never good. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen him in the Premier League, and he's definitely not a Premier League level player. But Denny says put in attacking players. Are you South African? I think keep the defensive shape. What I'm saying is that we can just put in what do you call the front two attacking players aren't making any use of the opportunities that are being given to them. That's it. Like, obviously putting in more attacking players and having more of an open game is going to open everything up far too much, and it's going to be a bloodbath. But that's not what I meant at all. From Danny, that's not what I meant at all. Oh, sorry. You're saying that SA need to put in more attacking players. I don't think that's the case. I think they just need to have a bit more quality in their final, because in their final balls. Because SA have had chances on breaks, they've just been extremely poor with them. Like, Mexico have had a couple opportunities too, but realistically, I think SA have done quite well to. Apart from a couple of chances, like there was the one chance from Jimenez that hit the post. I think SA have done quite well to contain them a tiny bit. I don't know, as well as they can. Let's put it that way. Adder says the pitch doesn't look good. Maybe you haven't watched the Qatar World Cup. Oh, you're talking to someone else. Yeah, it wasn't great that time around. I mean, yeah. Oh, you guys are like fighting here. No, don't fight, guys. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. How about that? Nicholas Vinicius, great name. I am the biggest fan since the beginning. You're the best, man. You're the best, man. You're the best, man. Jiang Su says, what about the game against Korea? I'm not that high on their squad either this year, so they probably still are favorites. Though they probably still are favorites. I still think that they're stronger than SA. I think Korea and Mexico are like the two teams here. It's Dewey says South Africa should embrace the dark hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I think let's fly Mikel Arteta into Mexico right now. Just do the job. Do the job. Get the best out of these players. You know, if we can get Nicholas Jover in as well, I think that we'll be having a very good time. I think we'll be having a very good time there. But yeah, Hive says, "Will you be my friend?" Nah, dude, get out of here, bro. That's crazy. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Of course. Mikoui says, when SA gets the ball, they seem to think for too long. Yeah. I think they're nervous. I think what it comes down to is they are just quite nervous. They don't have, number one, they don't have as high quality, yes. But they have enough. I've seen this SA side over the last 4 years. They are good enough. Like, they are good enough to sneak some results. They're good enough to move the ball. Simple play. Like, really, really simple play. What Hugo Broos has done really well for this team is make them realistic, pragmatic, whatever you want to call it. and playing simple ball. I've seen them do it. They can do it. It's just a very, very big occasion, and they're surrounded by the enemy. This is the exact treatment that Mexico had when they went to South Africa. So that dude Martin, as a Mexican, me and my sister screamed when we scored. Congratulations to you, my friend. I mean, we're not friends right now, but yeah. Quadi says, love what you do. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm still, listen, you guys can probably tell I'm very new to live streaming. I'm probably not the best at live streaming and at maybe being a little, I'm not very much of an over the top sort of person. So I can't be being loud and doing all sorts of things, but this is, I mean, I quite like this and just like chatting and reading and talking to people. This is really fun. And I appreciate that people are willing to even watch me ramble about nonsense things. But we're happy with it. We're happy with it. I'm a Mexican fan and we're having, Ivan Cervantes or Cervantes, I'm guessing Cervantes. I'm a Mexican fan and we are having a blast here in California. I enjoy your videos, but here I have to say a big win is coming for Mexico. I don't think it's going to be a big win, but it will likely be a win. Mo from South Africa, big ups to you. Big ups to you, my friend. Also, CEO YG, get out of the chat, bro. Nikhil, the Dembele stash is back. The Dembele stash was never gone. And by the way, Dembele took that style from me. So let's be real for a second. It's Dewey says the thing is we have 6 players that play CAF, so they should do better. They should. I mean, listen, Mamelodi Sundowns just won the African Champions League, haven't they? Yeah. That dude Martin, we aren't friends. No, we are friends. We are friends. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Martin. Love you, brother. When is your next Man United video? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know what? You know, it's quite funny about Man United videos. I only started doing them in the last year or two. Like I've been making YouTube videos for about 5 years. Making YouTube videos full time for like 2 years now. And if you look at the comments from videos, I think I started making videos like on United around the end of Ten Hag's era, which I think was about 2 years ago. And if you look at the comments on the channel before that, the majority of them were people asking me who I supported, and people not really knowing who I supported. And I think there was like a little bit of a charm to that, you know, of like a welcoming kind of thing behind the people who are coming in. Like, okay, this guy's somewhat neutral, or we don't know who he supports. And now every time I make a video on a team, like I've been doing this entire time, it's always, bro, why are you talking about my team when United are struggling? Bro, look at the Man United score. Brother, how can you say that when Man United just had that result? It doesn't have anything to do with United, guys. So I kind of wish that I didn't, you know, reveal that I was a United fan at some point, but anyway. The players are coming out. Second half is about to begin. The next Man United video, I think it'll probably be, I mean, it might be during the World Cup, it might be after, it might be here or the other, I don't know. I know there's a lot of things going on in the market at the moment. It's very exciting. It looks like United are quite competent in how they're going about this market. So when a big announcement comes, then it'll be here, and we're about to kick off. Everyone's on the pitch. Goalkeeper's good. Second half has started. Sorry, let's see. Were there any substitutions? I'll check just now. Thanks so much, guys. Your cool commentary is great. Don't stress. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if everyone here is a subscriber or not, but if you haven't, subscribe. I'm going to be doing live streams all tournaments. And big mistake from SA. Oh, super early on. Oh, God. Another mistake, just like the first goal. Another mistake happened. Sorry, just like the first goal, where it's a botched clearance from SA. That is horrendous by Ronald Williams. He gives the ball straight to Gutierrez, who thankfully doesn't come up with a good pass. The half just started. The half has just started, guys. This is insane. Can you give me a break? Like, can you just let me live for a second? I was talking about something else. These guys are rude, man. Ronald Williams, he doesn't care about me, bro. He doesn't care about this stream. I bet he went on at halftime, checked it out, and was like, this guy's chatting shit. I'm going to make his day worse. SA on the attack, though, and a very poor touch by Reyners ends that attack. As we were saying. Mikey Bryant says, you play FM? I don't play FM. I've never actually gotten into FM. It's one of those things where it's kind of like One Piece. I don't know if anyone here watches anime or anything, but like One Piece, I've known I've never watched One Piece before. I love anime. But I know that if I were to start it, then I wouldn't be able to stop it. And I know there are thousands of episodes there. This is how I feel about FM. I can't start. I know it's not a good idea for me to start, because who knows where my life would be. You'll find me under a bridge one day. Be like, weren't you that guy that was on YouTube? What happened, bro? World Gang says only witchcraft will save us. Ooh. Quinino's is trying to catch Ronald Williams off guard. He takes a shot from the halfway line. Not today, Chief. You only scored 1 goal today. No more. Sorry, let's double check if they are. I'm just double checking now if any subs were made at halftime. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I mean, the armchair critic in me wants... the armchair critic in me wants a Parlisson. Muffin God, would rather you be authentic but calm on stream rather than over the top. You're doing great, man. All the love to you. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I really like doing these because I watch football anyway. Like, I probably every weekend watch 2 or 3 games anyway. Why not just watch it on stream and talk to people? I think that's probably what I'm going to do quite a lot moving forward. Not as much as like the United stands and stuff of the world, but maybe like once a week or so, just like as a catch up. It'll be fun. Big second half for Mzansi. Mike feeling, yeah. Priyanshu says, if Iran vs USA happens, it will be a banger off the pitch. Yeah, I think someone commented in the previous video there where they said, what do you call it? Iran versus, oh my God, Mexico are through. Gutierrez is fouled. And it is a free kick. It has to be a red card then. Who's this for? That's brilliant. That's brilliant for SA. For Sitole. He's had an absolute stinker of a game, I must tell you. Pepelo Sitole, oh my goodness. He's had it. Bro, you just leave the field. You have to, I think the rule, was this offsides or not? I don't think he was offsides, but let's just double check. This is not looking good. Dash says, "Hi mate, just say hi from Canada. Love your content. Keep up the great work." Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Young and Ransom says, "Are you gonna make a video about Man City treble and Pep Guardiola's Man City legacy?" For sure, no doubt about it. Dash says, "What brings to Austria?" My girlfriend is Austrian, so decided to move here for a bit. Adjust the timer. What's wrong with the timer? I think the timer is right, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, free kick for Mexico. Let's see what happens. Straight into the wall, but Mexico's still on it. Into Rosie. Mr. Knight says there is a statue in the stands. Is it for a fan? Yes, I believe it is for a fan. Like, I don't know what the context of the story is for that specific fan, but I believe it was like a fan that would follow Mexico to all World Cups, and then he's now been immortalized in the stadium. I forget what the actual context is, so I could be wrong. Zinedine, like Zidane, says the amount of United content made it obvious. I didn't make United content up until, or very much United content up until Ten Hag, like the end of Ten Hag's era, when it just got super, like really bad, and I became like quite frustrated with it. Another attack from Mexico ends by a great tackle. Angelos. The fact that Greece is not in this World Cup is such a disappointment. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Josh Kimbert says nerves are settling. SA will draw the game. I guess you said that before the. I guess you said that before the red card. Aditya Reddy, I always knew you were a United fan. Just the vibe. Fair enough. Mikey Bryan says FM would be a good stream thing. It's chill and it fits the vibe. I just don't want to lose my life. That's the only issue. I think that's the only issue. Like I live a pretty chill life. I just work out, I watch football, I make YouTube videos. I just do my own thing, man. I think I'm good. It's Dewey says, I think I'm turning the TV off. Fair enough, man. Fair enough, man. I think it is what it is. I can't blame you. I can't blame you at all. Just park the bus. Yeah, just go for goal difference at this point. Yeah. That dude Martin, I believe that is what the statue is for. Yeah, I think so too, but we'll see. Gunner says, love your Batman poster in the background. Where did you get it? It was a gift. I don't know where it came from. I have no idea. I got it for a birthday. I got it for a birthday years ago, and I didn't have a frame for it because it's a maxi poster. So SA are not on the attack, but they're on the move. I'll get back to that thought just now. I don't even know why I'm stopping to look at this. Like there are 10 Mexico players behind the ball and five players for SA that have been committed forward to try and do something. Yeah, it's not looking good. Sorry, I was saying, yeah, the poster. I didn't have a frame for it, but I got a frame recently, which is why you've been seeing it in recent videos. That's a good effort there. That was a good shot there. Hype says, did the Brazilian dude with the mustache, that would be huge, a World Cup, also get a statue? I don't know. I don't know. Who got sent off? Sitole. Sitole got sent off. Finn says, whether or not you like Man U, they give us a lot to talk about. Yeah, but I just don't like talking about, like, if you look at the content that I make, I don't talk about United nearly enough if it was about getting content out. Like, if it was about getting content out and making money and doing whatever, like, I would be talking about Man United every week, and doing what, like, a lot of other channels do, but I just can't. I get too emotional about it. Like, I've been supporting United since 2000, and every hurt, every loss hurts. Like, I remember there was a game in 2007, Arsenal versus Man United, 2-1, Thierry Henry scores the winner. Like, great header late in the game, and I cried. Like, can I tell you, cried. Like, no girl has ever hurt me that much. No, nothing has ever caused me that much pain. Now I'm a little bit numb to it, so I can make videos on it, but sometimes it's just too much. Jay says, I'm sorry that Totole got a red card because he's been terrible. Now Foster has to get a red card as well. Cows out. That's an insane mentality to have. Can I tell you something? That is an insane thing that you've just said. It's Dewey. This is terrible football. Knew we were bad, but this is unacceptable. Yeah, I think it was really just wishful thinking to think things would be different. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oceanic Sleep says it might end 1-0 or 2-0 Mexico at this rate. Mexico are the more likely to score next. I don't see South Africa getting a goal. At the moment, it does not look that way. It does not look like SA are going to score a goal. Sitole looks like he was running with a little bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of an injury over there. It looked like he was laboring a tiny bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Mr. Baggio, the divine ponytail. The last time America hosted a World Cup, he missed a pretty grand penalty, I believe. And now his country haven't even qualified, which is rough. I mean, even South Africa is in this World Cup, and you can see how they're playing. To be fair, though, how much better would Italy do in this game? Probably a lot better. Who am I kidding? Let's not lie. Let's not lie. Chipper says, my birthday is tomorrow, mind you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. How old are you? Let the world know. Young Joster says, I missed the red card. What happened? Mexico withdrew on a break. Sitole, one of South Africa's midfielders, I believe he's playing midfield in this game, at least. He was playing midfield. He's not playing anymore. Bundles over Gutierrez, and Mexico got a free kick outside of the box, which nothing happened from. But yeah, SA down to 10 men. Yeah. Yeah, he gave the goal away and now the red card. So he just had a toilet game. That's my PG way of saying he was doo-doo. Gotta keep those YouTube sponsors happy. Who's your man of the match so far? I've really liked Gutierrez. In this game. I think he's put in a great shift. He's put in some great passes so far. For South Africa, Bokazi has been the man of the match for me. Valentina says, dare I say, I hate Gianni Infantino more than Trump. Yeah, I mean, Hive says, Baggio ended the World Cup that started with a Diana Ross missed pen with a missed pen of his own. Yeah. Yeah. Major Laser WWE, I'm 30. How old are you? Since 2000. Yeah. Chipper says, I'm turning 19. Any advice? Stay in school. Take a lot of risks. Don't care what people think. Unless they're being sensible. Be sensible. But if you want to do something, just do it. Yeah. You'll be good, my man. You'll be good, Chipper. Armin says South Africa looked a lot more interesting at AFCON. Don't think they're great, but Azteca def having an effect. Yeah, so like I've said, they are clearly a little bit nervous, but they also are very poor. Don't get it twisted. Both things can be true at the same time. And you also have to consider, I think Mexico walks AFCON. Maybe not walks AFCON, but I think they have trouble from Morocco and Senegal for sure. I think Morocco and Senegal are as good as any. They're as good as any team below like the top tier. You know, we're talking Spain, France, Portugal, even England. But yeah, SA should be better. They've looked a lot better. You're not getting another red card. No. Hard Chatter says, I don't think United will ever challenge for a title unless we get 5 to 6 more players and if they play decent, unlike previous signings, and Carrick does some unbelievable coaching with us. I mean, anything can happen, man. Genuinely, I think it just takes one, in my opinion, it takes one player to take the creative burden out of Bruno's hands to make sure that he's not the only one doing. We have finishers. We have a fantastic attack now. And just some great squad players, and it's money. That is a great ball in. So Mudawa has just hit a great ball in. Was that Modiba? No, that was Modiba. Sorry, it was to Mudawa. Great ball in. That was the first time. Something nice to chase. Is that Taylor? Is that Tyler? Yeah. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. That was a great pass through for SA for someone to run into. No one ran into it though. Yeah, it's hard to think that much is going to come out of this game. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I said. No, that's exactly what I said. I think that what I said walks AFCON. Yeah, Kai, I said walks AFCON, but then I walked that back and I said, no, that's not true. I think they have a lot of trouble against the likes of Morocco and Senegal, and probably Egypt, even Algeria. But they are better than South Africa, Mexico. That's what I meant to say. I misspoke. They're not as good as those ones. Adizero says, Mexico. That was almost a really good ball there by Gutierrez, like a disguised ball through for. Was there a substitution just made? Oh, Temba. Well, it wasn't just made, but Temba's one that just came on. Yeah, I didn't notice it when it happened. Mexico haven't made any subs yet. Oh, well, they're making them right now. Mora, the 17-year-old, yeah? And Fidalgo. Yeah. So I believe he is the 4th youngest player at the tournament. Mora. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. What team do you think, Aaron says, what team do you think will be the surprise package at the World Cup? Turkey. Well, it's so weird for me to say this. I can't really say Turkey because I think Turkey's like almost expected to be the unexpected team. You know what I mean? I can't say Senegal, Morocco, they're known quantities now. I'll go say Curacao. I'll go with Curacao actually. They have like I was even saying it in the in the predictions video that I made. Mexico are on the attack right now. I was saying it in the and it's 2-0. And it's 2-0. Raul Jimenez scores a brilliant headed goal. Great move from Mexico. Right on. Oh God. They attack the left wing, swings it through, and it just lands on his head. It just lands on his head. Well done. Well done to them. And this game was already over, but it is now so over. Is that Canelo? Bro, if Canelo were right here, he's lucky that he's there. Like if he came here, if he came around here smiling at me like that, came around, he's lucky he's there. He's lucky he's in Mexico there, bro. Crazy. Valentina says Tyler will be mine one day. All right, bro. The Salva, you said, phew, that take genuinely shivered my timbers. Which take? The AFCON one? The AFCON one? I clearly didn't mean what I initially said. I obviously don't mean that. Miguel, as a Mexican, my soul is being destroyed right now. Why? You're winning. Is it like good destroying or bad destroying? What's happening with you? Scores at the age of 35. What do you mean? He's a young man. Can I tell you that Roger Miller scored a goal at the age of 42? Back in 1994. So just yesterday. Yeah, the reason why I say Curaçao is because they've had elite coaching. A lot of them have played for Netherlands in the junior years. I think that they're going to pack a little bit more fight. They're going to pack a little bit more of a punch than many think they would. I think their coach is Dick Advocat, who obviously he has his own problems. He's maybe not the best coach. But yeah, they've got a chance. They've got a chance. Let them do their thing. Jinx should have just let Nigeria qualify. They would have topped this group and made Africa proud. Are you mad? Do you know that South Africa qualified top of their group in the qualifiers, even though they fielded a man that was ineligible for a game and were deducted 3 points? So South Africa were deducted 3 points in the qualifiers, and they still topped the group with Nigeria in it. I mean, listen, Nigeria are obviously historically a much better team than SA, but, you know, I'm not sure of that claim. South Africa, first team on the plane. I promise you right now, South Africa is not going to be 48th ranked. It's possible. It's entirely possible. I mean, let me not make promises that I can't keep. It's 2-0, boys. It's 2-0. Thank God this game isn't being shown super late at night. Can at least get something of a good night of sleep. Unbelievable. Yeah, because I have a rugby match tomorrow. Listen, Tripper, you need to go get that rugby. Go get your sleep for this rugby game, my friend. This is more emotionally taxing than that game is going to be for you. It's chai, Chief. Drager says, it's the eternal cycle for us Mexicans. We say they won't do good. They start doing good. Then they bottle it, leaving us with emotional damage. That's probably true, right? I mean, Mexico haven't made it past... They haven't won a knockout game in 40 years. Is that correct? So I get it, man. I believe you. I believe you. Like, they always make it out of the group stages, but then, you know. But I think, listen, I obviously think Mexico will make it into the round of 32, and I'm fairly certain that they will. Well, I'm not sure what my simulation, what I had it for their matches in the round of 32. But if they're ever going to win a knockout game, then now is that time. Oh my goodness. It's just Mexico are through again. That is nothing. Yeah, no, that is not a foul at all. Good referee. This referee hasn't been bad. No complaints from my side for this referee so far. No complaints so far. Sorry. Addy Zero, you missed a couple of my questions. My bad. Any thoughts on Bernardo Terrell and who you got in the next match? The next match is in South Korea and Czechia. Without having watched the two play or known their form going into this one, I would go South Korea. And then for Bernardo Silva to Real Madrid, you know, at the very least, they're not going for a left-sided player, and just loading up when they can't even get Vinicius and Mbappe to work together there. So that's fair. They do need leadership. They need somebody that is going to be able to rein them in. I don't know how galvanizing of a force Bernardo Silva is in the locker room. I'm not sure if I've heard anything about that, but he does complain a lot on the pitch, and he doesn't calm people down. So, I mean, listen, he's an extremely quality player. I'm a big fan of Bernardo Silva as a player, so he'll be an asset to any side. But in terms of what he can do for Real Madrid, perhaps they should be looking for different profiles of players. But to be fair, sorry, let me think about it. Jose Mourinho is coming in. Bernardo Silva is a tireless player. He's going to be a great Jose Mourinho player if he does go there. And I also think that Mourinho and Bernardo Silva have the same agent, George Mendes. So out of Barca, Atletico, and Real Madrid is probably the most likely from that basis alone. Let's see. Mixed stylings, is there any nation you feel are extra dirty or stimulates more than others? I don't know. I have a gripe with Morocco since the final versus Senegal, and also Mexico since the training game versus Portugal. I mean, Argentina are quite nasty. They just also are elite. It's so easy for Mexico to play through. But yeah, Morocco also were definitely users of the dark arts in this most recent AFCON. Chipper says, Tinashe, I appreciate the advice, brother, but this night is done and dusted. I saw this coming at AFCON. We are getting the wooden spoon. Yeah, it's looking possible. Don't you have a rugby game? Fatso Mafokeng says, if Safa make Benny McCarthy after this game, we could still stand a chance to make it out the group. I mean, they just need to call up Lucas Radebe. I think he'll do Jordan Bartlett as well. Bring them all in. Oh, if they bring Teko Modise, it's a wrap for everyone. We're winning the final. Hive says Mexico isn't doing good. They're just playing against a very poor team. I agree. Apollos is on after 76 minutes. There was 2 South Africas and Saudi Arabia. Oh, there was 2 SAs, right? Yeah, I wouldn't say Mexico have been great in this game, but I also don't think that they're exerting themselves all too much either. They didn't come here to perform. They're doing just enough, and to be honest with you, they could crank it down a couple of gears and still be doing enough to win. Giuseppe says, what do you think about Madueke being in the World Cup squad? Well, Thomas Tuchel has clearly picked his side to do 2 things. Run in behind and be menacing at set pieces. Noni Madueke and Anthony Gordon are a lot more adept at doing both of the, are a lot more adept at running in behind than, and Marcus Rashford are a lot more adept at running in behind than your Cole Palmers, your Phil Fodens, and whatnot. So looking at the game that England just played against, was it New Zealand? And also Costa Rica. They've followed similar patterns where we have Kane dropping back, be doing exactly what he's always supposed to do, doing what he did at Tottenham Hotspur rather, and what he does most of the time for Bayern Munich that I've seen him do, and just pick out his man and dictate play. And then he's got the runners in behind, and then we've got our large men for our set pieces. I think Madueke is a good player from that perspective. Plus anyone that could potentially replace him. Talking Phil Foden and Cole Palmer specifically. They had poor seasons. And if we recall, back in the 2024 Euros, when they came in, back in the 2024 Euros, they were coming off fantastic seasons, the both of them. So I guess Southgate was in charge there, so it's not really, can't really use that as reference. Harkett says, Real Madrid just making it difficult for Barca to get all their targets. Bernardo was basically going to Barca, but got hijacked by Madrid. Alvarez fake bid as well. Yeah. I don't like that I'm talking about club football now, because this game is just, it's demoralizing. And another mistake from almost another mistake is almost really punished by Mexico. Oh. Finn says Brazil can be nasty as well. Yeah, agreed. South American teams are actually quite famous for embracing kind of, I wouldn't say nastiness, but I would say like it being in your face. It's very much normal, a lot more normal than in a lot of other places, and it works. And it's gritty, and it's good. It's not even like a, that is a good shot. That is a good shot by Apollos. Hive says, how about Holland? They kick. Oh, you mean being dirty? You're talking about Nigel de Jong? You're talking about how Nigel de Jong kicked someone in the chest 16 years ago? I don't know if they're the best example of a team that's dirty. You single out one player. But that example wasn't great. However, they were terrible in the 2022 World Cup. You know what? You just reminded me. They were terrible in the 2022 World Cup against Argentina specifically. You know, all the niggling things that they were doing, and then in the penalty shootout where they would walk up to each Argentine player and kind of get all up in their faces as they're walking to take their penalty. So yeah, fair enough. Gibbs White was subbed. Yeah, you're correct. Sorry, Valentina says Gibbs White was snubbed. That's true. But I was talking more about players that play out wide. I know that Palmer and Foden play in the center as well quite often, but they have been known to play out wide too. Gibbs White, not so much, I believe. So that's why I was referring to those other ones. The Mexico accountant, I wonder what your occupation is and also what your nationality is. Says, I agree, Mexico should be 4-0 right now, if anything. What is going on over here? Referee's going to VAR? What are we checking out? Possible red card? Yeah. Oh my God. Horizon says, Tinashe, please say Africa instead of SA. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry about that. This is going to be another red card. Or at least there should be. Is that Makwena? Why? Like, why even do that? Was he like... Why even do that? I think this is a wrap then. My man is not going to play for the next game. Yeah, SA finishing 4th, bro. It's a wrap. That's a wrap, boys. I've been having a good time. We've been having a good time. Anna says, bro, are you Zim or South African? I was born in Botswana. I grew up in South Africa. I have lived abroad for like the last 2 or 3 years in different places. What is going on over here? Where is this referee from, by the way? He's been good. I can't complain with Zwane. Oh my God. He 36-year-old gets subbed on. 36-year-old gets subbed on and then gets a red card, what, like 10 minutes later? This is preposterous. "20 minutes later. Guys, I'm very happy that we have a festival of football right now, because I am going to be watching so many other games and enjoying much better football very soon. Teromolepa, Malepe. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Oh, we sure Foster is professional footballer. He couldn't complete a simple pass. Yeah, he hasn't been great in this game. He hasn't been great in this game at all. Inesta says, don't worry, Tinashe, Ghana will not disappoint you. They will lose to Panama. I have no idea where that came from. Like, that was such a shady thing to say, but like, where? Nice. Referees from Brazil? Okay. Good guy. He's doing good. Never a red? Gunther, what do you mean? Brothers just smacked him in the face. This is entertaining. I don't know which one you're talking about, which one is entertaining, the stream or the game, because I'm not having fun in either of them. I'm being bullied. Unbelievable. So you're telling me I'm going to have to make a video on this? Unbelievable. I tell you what, man. I've had better days. Safsa says, you know, there's a chance for a third red. Whose side are you on, brother? I don't believe your name at all. There's levels to this, yeah. I need to sell all my SA stocks. Oh my goodness. It's like watching schoolboys just bunch all around here. Oh my God, Mbukazi came seconds away from booting Reyes in the face. Thank God he didn't. That could have been another red card right there. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, brother, rough game. Has your shirt arrived yet? It hasn't arrived yet. It's one of those 96 shirts. I've got my Springboks old school jersey here, but it's too hot right now for me to wear it. So I am wearing green, at least. But I'll have it for the next game, I'm sure. Shout out to the animated Batman series. Great series, by the way. Great series. So, you know what? I'm going to ask something very random right now in the polls. Simply because I had an argument with a friend recently, and I want to know what you guys think. Who the bigger superhero is. That's what this stream has divulged into. We're 2 minutes away from the end, so let's do it. Who do you think of? It's been a rough game. It's been a rough game. They went 3 down. 3 goals? No, 3 red cards. It's entirely possible that I just don't make a video on this game and then wait for the Brazil-Morocco game. No, I have to. Tomorrow's also going to be a very interesting one because I'm still deciding on whether I'm going to stay up for the USA-Paraguay game. I do want to stay up and watch. I want to watch the opening games for all the host nations. So I want to watch Canada. I want to watch US. And I think that the US is going to have a really hard time against Paraguay. So I think that this is going to be a very good test for them. But they looked fantastic against Senegal, I want to say, the other day. So who knows? Where in SA did you reside? I lived in Cape Town and Johannesburg. I grew up in Johannesburg, but I lived in Cape Town. I went to UCT and I stayed there and worked there for a while. I want to say 8 years. Yeah. Which team are you hoping to win the World Cup? I think Portugal are going to win it. Hoping to. I don't really know. I mean, South Africa, but I mean, I don't think they're going to. It's not really a thing. Superman is washed. Bigger Superman, better Spider-Man. At least Spider-Man. Wait, what did I ask in the poll exactly? I said, who do you think is better? Yeah, better, not. Woi. Mudau was that Mudau? He just earned himself a free kick on the edge of the box with a very dramatic fall, by the way. Extremely dramatic. I think that that's deserving of a red card, actually. Oh my god, it actually is a red card. Whoa, okay, that is the first call in this game that I'm somewhat questioning. I don't know if that was he actually through on goal and lost man? I think that could have gone either way, if I'm honest. He's pushed the ball away from goal. He's going to have to do quite a bit of work to push it straight, to get it straight into the box. That's a call. That is quite a call. Actually, 3 red cards. Boys, you're getting a video tomorrow. It's Dewey. What is a bread tuber? I've heard this term before, but I don't know what it is. I feel very outdated at the moment. What is a bread tuber? I'll get to the 7 minutes added is crazy. I'll get to the poll just now. South Africa moving like Barcelona every time an important Champions League match came along. South Africa moving like Barcelona, second leg Roma. Moving like Barcelona, second leg Liverpool. Moving like Barcelona, second leg Atletico Madrid. What in the world was that free kick? So they're trying to set up Mbokazi for a shot, but it was so horrible. It was so bad. That was so bad. Oh. Kaya's cow, why don't you have the South Africa accent, or am I tripping? Well, South Africa has several accents, by the way. 11 official languages. But I think for me specifically, my dad spent most of his adult life in the UK. And I guess he developed somewhat of a British accent. And then he moved back here, like just as I was born. And then I guess I just watched a lot of British TV, a lot of British and American TV. So like I pronounce certain things certain ways, and I don't know. It is what it is. Phantom says, what is this poll? The match is that boring? No, I'm just trying to take my mind off of things. Football bread tube is eating good. Yeah, as you said, what a disaster, a free kick. Yeah, that was beyond laughable. Everything was laughable. Okay, hi, there we go. Bread tubers are like are YouTubers like H Bomber guy and Philosophy Tube. It's informational heavy research, usually leftist. So why would they be having a field day with this game? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Smith says, "What brew? Your accent is strong." Um, I think it's strong here. You know, I must admit, I do code switch quite a bit. I think everyone does. But like in a game like this, where I have to kind of, where I am speaking about SA more than anything, it's like this. But probably when I'm speaking about more English teams, then it probably does sound a little bit more different, or American teams or whatever. Accents sound different to different people. Finn says, as a Brit who grew up in Africa, I can defo hear the SA accent and also the UK twang. Is what it is. Giuseppe says, this is the first time I see FIFA Mexican free agents in real life. Hawkins says, do you remember that clown versus clown meme gif? It's this match summarized. I think that's it. That's it, guys. 2-0 to Mexico. Congratulations. Yes, I mean, I think the scoreline flatters SA quite a bit. Listen, I wasn't expecting all too much. There was like a lot of wishful thinking. I was hoping that this game would go a little bit different for SA, but it didn't. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is. We will the next watch along. I'll probably make some sort of a post about it, but I think it's probably going to be Morocco versus Brazil on Sunday. Well, Saturday evening. I might do USA versus Paraguay, but I'm not sure. And then, yeah, I think almost every day there's going to be a watch along for one of the matches at least. Obviously, all the big ones. And yeah, you guys can watch out for that. Tomorrow there is going to be a video on this game. And yeah, I did not enjoy myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. First watch along for the World Cup 2026. There's a lot more to come. And if you haven't subscribed, because it's going to get bigger and better. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you tomorrow. There we go.